6 months ago, these two sides started out on the road to the AFC Cup final, and today Muharraq from Bahrain and FC Nasaf from Uzbekistan will battle it out for the silverware. Muharraq did lose one game in the group stages. Their opponents have won all 6 matches so far. Both were in great form in the knockout stages, so a good game in prospect here at the Sheikh Ali bin Mohammed Al Khalifa Stadium in Manama, Bahrain, the home of Muharraq. Maybe give them a slight advantage playing in familiar surroundings. But Nasaf from Uzbekistan, former winners of this competition, back in 2011, celebrating the 10th anniversary of that victory. Had a good record back then as well. They came past AT Mohun Bagan from India in the inter-zone playoff semi-final, then Vietnam's Lee Man seen off into the inter-zone playoff final. Muharraq did lose one of their group games against the Palestinians Markaz Balata, but they kept clean sheets in their semi-final and final in the Western Asian zone against the defending champions Al Ahed. Of course, there was no AFC Cup in 2020 due to the coronavirus pandemic. Al Ahed did win the tournament in 2019, and Al Kuwait, one of the most successful sides in this competition, seen off 2-0 in that Western Zone Asian final back on the 20th of October. So just a couple of weeks ago that Muharraq booked their place here in the final, as did FC Nasaf. Some of these supporters have actually been in the stadium over 3 hours. It was a glorious day here, as you saw the temperature still up in the late 20s. But after so many games behind closed doors, after so much that's been denied to these spectators over the last few months, so nice for them to be back in the stadium, and so nice to see both sides contesting silverware at the end of the AFC season. So both these sides are former winners. Muharraq were the winners in 2008. They had a big aggregate win in the final over Safa Beirut from the Lebanon, 10-5 over the 2 legs. They scored 5 in both of those. It is just a one-legged final this year, though, of course. As we say, both sides in good form. Muharraq, one of the oldest clubs in the Arabian Peninsula, 34-time winners of the Bahrain Football Premier League. It's a first ever meeting between these two teams in the AFC Cup as well. Teams just waiting down in the tunnel, the usual protocols ahead of the teams coming out. Nasaf have played one more game than their opponents, 5 games for Muharraq on their way to getting through to the final. Nasaf have won 6 games so far, 6 out of 6. And they've kept 4 clean sheets in that time as well. The biggest win, that one over AT Mohun Bagan in the inter-zone playoff final. The Indian Super League side completely outmuscled. Didn't help that they conceded an own goal, the Indians, after just 4 minutes. So that's what we're playing for tonight. The AFC Cup, bought out by Muharraq ex-player and club legend Ibrahim Issa, who was interviewed before the game. Very much part of the fabric here. And that's the trophy that in around about 2 hours' time, give or take, somebody will be collecting. Club legend, the man holds a place in the hearts of all these Muharraq supporters. He'll be hoping his former side can lift the trophy tonight. It is the 18th edition of the AFC Cup. And of course, not only silverware tonight for the winners, but the winners will qualify for the playoffs for the 2022 AFC Champions League as well, and a chance for one of these two sides to pit their wits against the best in the Asian leagues next season. It's not too long to wait, just a few months. April and May, the East and Western group sections will be played. Some of these supporters would have been very young when Muharraq last lifted the trophy. Here come our two teams, led out by our Korea Republic officials tonight. Very experienced referees stepping up for the AFC Champions League, and it will be Muharraq, the home team in the red, coming out first, followed by their Uzbekistan opponents. They are the only team to have a 100% record this season in the competition, and could go one better than their win back in 2011. So no handshakes still. The players will give each other a brief round of applause before breaking off for the team photos and the coin toss. Really good atmosphere here. So Muharraq do have the home advantage, as it were. There's a sea of red around the stadium. AFC Nasaf won't be too worried about that. A lot of experienced internationals within their starting lineup. The only team from Uzbekistan to have made it to an AFC Cup final, AFC Nasaf. Referee will call together the two captains, Sayed Jafar, the goalkeeper for Muharraq, and the experienced defender Umar Eshmuradov for Uzbekistan. The captain has played in every minute of every game so far. Let's take a look at the two-team lineups. Muharraq make one change to the side that beat Al Kuwait in the West Zone Asian final. It's in midfielders. Ahmed Salah Sanad makes the third start in the competition on the left-hand side. Goalkeeper and captain Sayed Jafar's played every minute, as has central defender Amin Bernardi. Number 10, Abdul Wahab Al-Maloud, has created more chances than any other player in this season's competition. Flavio is their lone striker. Main officials are from Korea Republic. Ko Hyung-jin is the referee. His last game was the K-League last weekend. He was also in charge for the AFC Champions League group stages back in July for the teams from the Eastern region. Looks as though Nasaf have won the toss and are staying where they are in the first half. Means that Muharraq will kick off. One of those two players will be lifting that trophy. VAR in operation as well. Kim Hyuk heads up the VAR team, making sure that all the big decisions are correct. It's been introduced for the knockout stages for this, and also for the AFC Champions League as well. The Nasaf also make the one change to their side that beat Lee Man in the Interzone playoff final. Golib Galibuliev returns in place of Husnuddin Alikulov. Captain Umar Eshmuradov, as we said, has played every minute of all 6 games so far. Hussein Norchayev is the competition's top scorer with 7 goals to his name so far, and he'll pose the main threat tonight from the Nasaf perspective. And those the substitutes available to both coaches, should they be needed during the course of the 90 minutes tonight. Well, big moments call for big players to step up, and both these sides will be hoping that their big names can come to the top table tonight. It's got a real character, this stadium here in Manama. weight of expectation on these players in front of the home supporters. As we say, they've been in the stadium for a long time. They've been making plenty of noise, looking forward to seeing their side in action tonight, but they've been keen for the game to get underway. Potential of extra time and penalties, of course, if there's nothing to split these sides after 90 minutes. It has to be decided tonight over one leg. The two best teams in the competition so far this season going head-to-head in the final. It will be Muharraq club from Bahrain in the red to get us underway. They'll kick from left to right in the first half. Both these sides have been free scoring this season. Nasaf are the top scorers, 21 goals to their name so far, averaging 3.5 goals per game. The only side that got close to them were the team they beat in the interzone final, Lee Man, who averaged 3 goals a game. Mentioned those 7 goals for Norchayev up front. By comparison, Muharraq have spread their goals around. They've got several players with a goal each, but goals from lots of different departments. That's a cross cut out by Staniyevich for Uzbekistan. For Nasaf, rather, from Uzbekistan. First touch for Ergashev in goal. Forward by Nasrullayev. Haven't made the greatest start to this season. Issa Sadun Al Hamdani's side. They're currently bottom of the Bahrain Premier League table. Only 3 games gone, though, in the league so far. By comparison, Nasaf currently 4th in the Uzbekistan Superliga. They've got 4 games to go. Good ball seeking out Borisov. He's got Nasrullayev on the overlap. It was a great ball across, just too far ahead of Abdurakhimov. Mozgovoy. That'll be gathered by Saeed, the captain, quickly off his line to gather. Rizikul Berdiev is the man in charge of the Dragons, as they're affectionately known. Was originally their assistant coach back in 2009. Has had a spell of caretaker of the Uzbekistan national team as well 4 years ago. Long shot! Oh! What a start for the home side, Muharraq. Goalkeeper caught completely flat-footed. And they haven't had to wait long to celebrate a goal, those home supporters. Well, it seemed a fairly innocuous ball. Whether it was meant as a cross, only Mahmoud will know. But he's the man that's given Muharraq the lead, Mahmoud Al-Mahdi. What a start. 1 goal to his name in the competition. He scored the opening goal against Al Kuwait in the last match, the zonal final. Yet to complete a 90 minutes. He started every game, but he'll say that was placed perfectly into the top corner. You can't legislate for that. The goalkeeper wasn't too far off his line. Brilliant effort. And Mahmoud Al-Mahdi puts Muharraq in front here in the opening minutes. Well, we're back underway. So inside 3 minutes, Muharraq take the lead. He's a Jordanian international. Mahmoud Al-Mahdi made his debut for Jordan some 6 years ago. Now he's become a regular part of the international setup. Muharraq have made a really good start. Nasaf did have to work hard in their zone playoff final. They drew 2-2 after 90 minutes with Lee Man. They managed to snatch it in extra time. A late goal from Kaldarovic. So that comfortable win over ATK Moğolbagan. It was Ahal from Turkey that was seen off 3-2 in the Central Asian Zone final. Didn't concede a goal in the group stage in the way to beating Alay Kulan from Tajikistan and Altin Azar from Turkey. Very dominant in those group stage games. Just too high for Flavio. Brazilian-born Flavio, the central striker, the lone striker for Muharraq. Mentioned those 34 Bahrain titles for Muharraq. You have to go back to 2018, though, to find their last title. The last 3 years, the title has deserted them. They did win 4 in a row in the middle of the 2000s, 2006 to 2009. Nasaf have never won the Uzbekistan League. They've been runners-up on 3 occasions. That's given away clumsily. Coach just urging them to squeeze and just tighten up Bozorov. That's good defending, good covering by Amine. Well, you know this is going to be an intense 90 minutes. There's one downside, of course, to taking the lead so early in a final, particularly, is the fact you've got a long way to try and defend that lead. It's a question of how you handle that. It's helped on by Gabulayev. Saitov, just too high for Abdul Rakimov. Nuruliev. Stanijevic. 3 waiting in the centre, needs a little bit of quality on the cross, doesn't find it, hooked away by Walid. Good defending from Muharraq. Sides from Bahrain and Uzbekistan have met just twice before in the competition, back in the group stages in 2009. Besa team met FT Nechi Fergona. Both games ended in a draw on that occasion. It's all the games over 1 leg this year, unlike the normal 2 legs that we're so used to seeing in these competitions around the globe. That's a nice ball slip throw by Bozorov. Played right the way across, he was just in behind Norchayev. Nobody tight enough to him, but he couldn't manage to hook the ball and get a shot on target. Walid just asking a few questions of his defenders. 7 goals in 6 games for Hussein Norchayev this season. 10 goals in the Uzbekistan League as well. It's been a very good season for the 19-year-old. Part of the Uzbekistan side that beat Malaysia. He actually scored in a 5-1 win last month as well in a friendly international. Since 2004, this competition has pretty much been dominated by sides from Eastern Asia. 2 exceptions that stand out: 2011, when Nasaf won, becoming the first side from Uzbekistan to not only reach the final, but to win the cup, and Malaysia's Jordarul Tazim, champions in 2015. Mentioned the successes at Al Kuwait and Al Kuwar from the eastern region have had 3 titles each of the 18 that have gone previously, of the 17 that have gone previously, rather. This is the 18th edition this year. Well defended again by Walid. Jonah skips away from his man. It's not a great ball, though, comfortably cut out by Saitov. Looked like a foul by Flavio, and indeed the Korean referee agrees that it will be a free kick. has rotated his squad throughout the competition. Riziko Berdiev. Only a couple of players have played every minute of every game. He's utilised the players available to him in a rotational format. Norchayev, as we said, tends to be one of the main names on the team sheet, as to Gaybuleyev, who started every game. Nazruliev. Abdul Rakhimov. Given away, showed too much of it to Sanad, allows him to clear. And nothing that the goalkeeper, Umijan Agashev, could do with the goal. It's a brilliant piece of finishing from Mahmoud Al-Mahdi. He's on the ball again, Mahmoud. He went for another long ranger straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. This time, Muharraq did finish level on points at the top of the group with Al Salt from Jordan, but due to the fact they beat the Jordanian side in the opening group game, they finished top on the head-to-head. Nasaf comfortably finished top of their group with 9 points out of 9. Eshmuradov, Gaybuleyev. Well cut out by Jonah. Flavio, just trying to turn away from Moscovoy. The ball's just gone out of play over on the far side. Stanijevic. Ball in again, looking for Norchayev. You can see the intent from Nasaf just to try and get those balls in behind the Muharraq defence. It was Walid again, who could be in for a busy evening. Norchayev was lurking right on his shoulder. It's good young talent, Norchayev. So scoring plenty of goals already at a young age. That will alert other clubs to his goal-scoring prowess as he progresses in his career. No foul this time. Al-Maloud. Nicely played on to Flavio. 3 defenders quickly around him. Nowhere for him to go. Gaybuleyev with a foot in. So it is very hot and humid here in the Arabian Peninsula at the moment. It's the AFC season starting to come to a close. We've got the AFC Champions League final in a couple of weeks, taking place in Saudi Arabia. But it's the AFC Cup, the secondary competition to that takes centre stage tonight. And Muharraq from Bahrain have already got themselves in front here. That early goal coming inside 3 minutes. Flavio was just outnumbered in the end. There was no hint of a foul. It was a good challenge by Gaybuleyev. Referee had a clear view of it. So we do have VAR, of course, to clarify any of the big decisions, penalty decisions, fouls in the build-up to goal, offside in the build-up to goals, and mistaken identity as well. Very much part and parcel of football these days is the VAR system. Cut out by Bozarov. Well defended again by Albana. Played 4 of the 5 games so far. Mohamed Al-Banna, the fullback. Stanijevic forced to go back to Gabulev. Good shape about Muharraq at the moment, just trying to keep it solid through midfield. That's a lovely ball over the top, though, to Nasruliev. He did well to dig out the cross as well. Goalkeeper kept an eye on it, Sayed, and plucks the ball out of the air. Over 100 appearances for the Bahrain national team, Sayed Jafar. Quality on the crosses could be a key factor tonight as well. Although Norchayev isn't the tallest striker in the centre. Nasruliev. Put out by Sanad. Sanad, the only change in the Muharraq starting lineup tonight. Here's Nasruliev. On by Stanijevic. 3 blue shirts through the centre. Nasruliev just pulling away, making himself available. They opted to go through the middle. It's Abdul Rakimov. Clumsily given away, though. Be forgiven, I suppose, if there's a few nerves around these players in the opening stages of a game. It is a cup final after all. It's an Asian stage, a big confederation stage, international, of course, game being beamed around the world. Not too much Nasaf blue in the stadium. It's very much the red and white of Muharraq in their home stadium. Bozarov, just to switch sides for the moment, just gone out to that right-hand side, Bozarov. It's too high for Flavio. Bozarov. Nasruliev. Moscovoy just stopped in his tracks on the edge of the penalty area, really congested. Nasruliev goes charging through. Goes down in the penalty area. No real appeals from Nasaf. I'm sure VAR will just have a quick check of that one, but I don't think there was anything untoward. Again, the referee was in a good position. Good play by Abdul Rakimov, but that is a foul, says the Korean referee, so it will be a free kick. Jonah just got his body across, shoulder to shoulder with Nasruliev. See well from this angle. Just leading into him, the Nigerian. Moses Jonah. Just finding a little bit of space inside the Muharraq half at the moment. Nasaf. Ishmuradov with the header, the captain. Has played in Uzbekistan all his career with a couple of clubs, Shirtan Pakhtakor and Nasaf. Through to the Gashevin goal. That goal that Mahmoud Al-Mahdi scored, by the way, means that Muharraq have scored in 12 consecutive games in the AFC Cup now. That equals a club record. If they can repeat their feat of the last 2 games when they kept a clean sheet, it'll be they that will lift the trophy, but a long way to go. 19 minutes played in the final. Offside flag up against Flavio. It's also East against West in that AFC Champions League final on the 23rd of November. Saudi Arabia's Al Hilal taking on Pohang Steelers from the Korea Republic. That game being played in Riyadh. Header from Gaibulayev. Foul on Borisov. There'll be some competitive battles in midfield. It's a final after all. Ahmed Salah Sanad, the man coming into the sign rather. Al Maloud was there helping out as well. It's only his third start. Sanad. Norchayev. Goalkeeper's done well. It's good defending from Al Houthi, who just held off Norchayev, just made sure that his goalkeeper could gather the ball. One or two of these Bahrain players will be looking forward to taking part in the 2021 Arab Cup, which is in Qatar at the end of November, early December. Bahrain in a group with the host nation Qatar, Iraq and Oman. Here's Sanad. Muharraq going in search of a second goal. That's a good early cross in, but just too close to Ergashev. Nazruliev. Bozorov. Brought down again by Moses Jonah. Akmal Mozgovoy with the free kick. He's been a key member, Mozgovoy, the number 22. He's played in every minute of all 6 games so far for Nasaf. Key fulcrum point in that midfield area, the holding midfielder with Stanijevic. Here he's on the ball again. Nice ball out to Saitov. Plenty of players back behind the ball in red, though, for Muharraq. And now the chance to try and break with Al Maloud. Set up more chances than any other player in this competition this season. Al Maloud. Just too high for Nazruliev. Well, Rizikul Berdiev needs to inspire his team here. That early goal just knocked them out of their stride. Any game plan that they had inside 3 minutes would have been just dented slightly, but they've just steadied things down since the goal. Bozorov running at Albana. Can't get the ball across though. The defenders will tell you the last thing they like is attackers running at them. Bozorov is a tricky character when he's got the ball at his feet. Just ran out of pitch in the end. Bozorov. That goal that Muharraq scored, by the way, was goal number 136 of this season's competition in the 43rd match. Given away by Sanad, just miscontrolled slightly, allowed Nazrullayev to find his captain, Eshmuradov. Buliev. Bozorov finding space at the moment. Albana's just tucking inside and allowing him a little bit of run at the ball. There's 3 defenders around him. He's managed to keep going. It's blocked before it could reach a goal. And the shot from Stanijevic is blocked wide. Or blocked out again, rather. It's a little spell there for Nasaf. Now Mahmoud. Buliev just trying to keep him in the corner. Flavio just got to the ball first. Mahmoud, man who scored the goal after 3 minutes. Great goal it was as well to get the final off to a flying start. Plenty of players in blue back behind the ball now, just making life difficult for Muharraq. Albana. It's too long for Sanad. In fact, it'll go out for a goal kick rather than a throw, so there's that chance, or a couple of chances. Bozorov driving into the box. Moses Jonah got the block in. Abdul Rakhimov with the first shot, second shot from Stanijevic. Great movement from Bozorov. One of those players with the low centre of gravity that can twist and turn. Stanijevic just found too many bodies in between him and goal, and Muharraq able to eventually get the ball clear. Eshmuradov. Bozorov again. Teasing Albana, could be a busy night for Albana. Nicely played to Moscovoy right the way across. Sayed got a hand to it. And eventually the ball goes wide, but once again, great work down this near side from Nasaf, Bozorov and Moscovoy combining well. Amine and Walid trying to get the rest of their defenders on the same page. Promising signs, though, for Nasaf after conceding that early goal. That'll be a foul on Moses Jonah. given away. Norchayev. Naruliev. Stanijevic took a deflection. Sayed prevents the corner. Kuwait are actually the most successful nation with AFC Cup wins under their belt. 4 times they've lifted the title. Kuwait with 3 of those. That long-range shot from Stanijevic, which took a deflection. There was no real power in the shot anyway. I think it would have been comfortable for Sayed, even without the deflection. Haven't got the same vision as Mahmoud Al-Mahdi at the other end when he put his side in front early on with that ball in from the far side, which looped over the head of Geshev in goal. Eshmuradov. Nazruliev just rides the challenge of Sanad. That's too far ahead of Bozorov. We will have the individual awards as well at the end of the match when we have the trophy presentation. Could say Norchayev is almost certainly going to get the golden boot for the top scorer. 7 goals to his name, 5 ahead of Elman Tagayev from Ahal. He's played across again, looking for Abdul Rakhimov. Nobody else on the field is going to get near to Norchayev. He won't be worried too much about that at the moment. He'll want to get himself another goal here that gets his side back into the match. Just coming up to 32 minutes played in the AFC Cup final here in Bahrain. It is Muharraq leading AFC Nasaf by a goal to 0. Flicked over the top 4. Abdul Rakhimov again, away by Amine. Acrobatically cleared by Mahmoud. Flavio. That's nicely done. Just flicked it around by Gay Boleyev, who brings him down, and that will be the first yellow card of the final. Well, he was away, Flavio. It was clever play for the Brazilian. The kind of flair we're so used to seeing from the South Americans. But he hadn't taken into account Gay Boleyev's intervention. He knew what he was doing, knew that Flavio was away and would have been in on goal, and just a little flick of the ankles as he went past. And the man who's just approaching 100 league appearances for his club, Gay Boleyev, becomes the first yellow card of the final. Mahmoud is over the free kick. We saw what he could do with the in-swinger when he scored the goal. Bozorov. Flavio just took his eye off the ball, allowed it to roll past his foot. Bozorov now trying to get FC Nasaf moving forward. They'll have to try and get themselves back into this one before half-time, come out with a level playing field at the start of the second half, the side from Uzbekistan. So they are currently on a 9-game unbeaten run in all competitions. Nasaf, 7 clean sheets in that time as well. They were undone by that moment of brilliance from Mahmoud. It is Mahmoud that just took a tumble, just held back to his feet by Ageshev, but he's okay. Flavio. Good ball for Sanad. Keep the ball in play. Got a bit of support coming from Albana. Headed away by Gaibuliev. Albana. Just gone out of play before Sanad can keep it in play. It's still competitive in midfield at the moment. Moses Jonah once again just appealing to the referee's better nature. Muharraq on the charge once again. Al-Maloud claiming that he was hauled back. The referee took a little bit of a while just to take a look at that one. Could agree with the man who's been so creative for Muharraq this season. It's difficult to dispossess when he's got the ball at his feet. It was Stanijevic in the end that penalised for the overuse of the arms. Very experienced Maloud, played for Bahrain at the 2011 and the 2015 AFC Asian Cups. Ageshev just organising defenders. They're trying to hold a high line here. Nasaf is just too high for Flavio, headed back in by Al-Maloud. Nuruleyev bundled over by Walid, who'd come forward. Moses. Albana. Lovely ball down the line for Sanad, who just got in behind Nasruliev. Good recovery, though, from the defender. Only concedes a corner. Nasaf all his career, Sherzod Nasruliev, who's made over 50 league appearances for them now, the 23-year-old, has scored in this competition this season. Extra time or Injury time goal at the end of the first half in a 3-0 win over Kuyalan from Tajikistan. Al Maloud with the ball in. First corner of the game. Lion's share of the possession has gone to Nasaf in this first half. Nicely headed down by Flavio. And on the turn, Amine. Straight away, his hands went to his face. Knew that he was going well wide of the target with the shot, the central defender. Level on the shots count at the moment. Good defending again. Good clean tackle. Both coaches looking fairly calm about the situation at the moment. Issa Sadoun Al Hamdani, the Muharraq coach, in his second spell at the club. Rizki Alberdiev knows a goal down his side are still in with a chance. They've got their first corner of the match now. He's swung in by Nurullayev. Good defending, plenty of red shirts back. In fact, every red shirt back. Negashev can come a long way out of his goal to try and get this going again for Nasaf. Sanad. Nazrullayev. Goalkeeper thought about coming. It's nodded down by Nochayev. Claims of a push inside the penalty area. The referee not interested though. And now Muharraq will bring the ball away. Looking to catch him on the break. Sanad. Mahmoud. It's interesting the move to start Mahmoud over on that far side. We thought that Sanad would start on the left and Mahmoud on the right, but they have switched and it proves to be the masterstroke. It can often be very profitable having a right-footed player on the left-hand side, as we saw with the goal. It does mean you lose a little bit of time there when you're dragging the ball onto your right-hand side, but those balls whipped in towards the goalkeeper. It's Moscovoy just feeling a little nudge in the back at the moment. It was a real scramble at the end. It was good defending in the end from Muharraq. Foul by Walid. Just a couple of minutes to go to the end of the first half. Stanijevic, the Serbian, will take the free kick. 33 years of age. Good ball in. Oh, in round the back was Gaibuliev, but couldn't stab the ball on target. Has taken a touch of a defender and gone behind, but well, that was a chance. Gaibuliev timed his run. It was Amine that was playing everybody on side. He just got in between, and there was just a foot in there to deny Gaibuliev. It's another corner. Stanijevic once again in swinger this time into that congested 6-yard box. Away again by Muharraq, who've defended the set pieces well. On by Stanijevic, first time to Bozarov. Muharraq won the ball cleanly, and then will win a free kick. Stanijevic with the foul given away. Holds the ball up well, Sanad. He's got his body in between the ball and the man drew the foul, right in front of the Muharraq coach, Issa Sadoun Al-Habdani. Muharraq, I'm sure, will just now target getting through to half-time without conceding a goal. There won't be too much added time to go on at the end of the first 45 minutes. It's Flavio. Sanad. Moses. Walid just looking for some movement. Moses gets the ball back. Just a minute to go at the end of the first half. Telling off for the referee for Al-Houthi there, just for a kick out at Saitov after the ball had gone. It's a little bit naughty from Rashid Al-Houthi. Did hold the record for the fastest red card in international history, Rashid Al-Houthi. He was sent off after 39 seconds for Iran in 2014 World Cup qualifier. That's given away. Chance for Sanad. Good tackling back there by Nasrullayev. Good athleticism to get ahead of Sanad as the Korean referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a first half that was illuminated very early on by the opening goal of the game. Mahmoud Al-Mahdi cutting in from that left-hand side and bending the ball with a bit of dip over Agashev into the back of the FC Nasaf net to give the home side effectively a great start here at the halfway point of the AFC Cup final. It's Muharraq Club 1, FC Nasaf 0. We're halfway through the AFC Cup final. Muharraq from Bahrain have a slender one-goal lead at the halfway point. Mahmoud Al Mahdi with that goal inside 3 minutes. FC Nasaf first out for the second half. Going to need to show some character in this second half, the Dragons. Hussein Nurchayev there over the ball, the competition's top scorer this season. So he will take home the golden ball after the match, but it'll be scant consolation if his side can't get back into this. Stanijevic was a key member in that first half in midfield, had a couple of shots which none of them troubled the goalkeeper Sayed. Managed to get them blocked before they reached the goalkeeper. Very musical here, the crowd in Bahrain. So they were in the stadium a good 3 hours before kick-off today, long before that. Enjoying a bit of late afternoon sun here on the Arabian Peninsula. Both these sides have won the competition previously. 2011, Nasaf won. They have a 100% record in this campaign, don't forget. Muharraq were the winners in 2008. And we finally are seeing the leaders back out onto the field. Referee was anxiously looking at his watch. They've all done a job in that first half. Amine and Walid were pretty good at the back in front of Saeed, the goalkeeper, Al-Houthi and Al-Banna, the two fullbacks. Sanad, who started on the right-hand side, Mahmoud on the left. Ko Hyung-jin from Korea is our referee, and we're underway in the second half. It is FC Nasaf, all in the blue, kicking from left to right in the second half, trailing by a 1-0 in the final. Extra time and penalties, of course, if it finishes level after 90 minutes. First bit of defensive work for Amine to do at the start of the second half. Mentioned how strong that Muharraq defence is. Clean sheets in their last two matches against Al Ahed, who were the Lebanese defending champions from 2019, and Al Kuwait. 3-0 and 2-0 respectively, those two games going the way of the side for Bahrain. Early free kick then at the start of the second half for FC Nasaf, trailing by a 1-0. Not too much height on that one, comfortably dealt with. Stanijevic will be disappointed with the delivery. This is Bozarov, who showed some good touches in that first half. A couple of times he managed to get to the byline and get the better of Al-Banna. Looking for key members of your side to step up here if you're Al Nasaf supporters, and Ruzik El Berdiev, their coach. Ishmuradov. Gaybuliev. Given away cheaply once again. Walid. Hanging ball, it's an awkward one for Ishmuradov to deal with. Mahmoud, the man who scored that goal in the first half. At around this point in the first half, just less than 3 minutes gone. Mel Maloud. Moses Jonah. Not too many gaps in the crowd. It's a fairly capacity house here. Good defending, just getting that one away, Gaibuliev. The stadium holds around about 20,000 here. Here's Mahmoud. Chipped in to the back post, too high for Flavio. No one following around the back. Sanad was the player that managed to keep things alive. Here he is again, Sanad. Just lacking that little bit of quality on crosses. Both sides, I think, can be guilty of that so far. In 2018, the last time Muharraq won the Bahrain Premier League. They've more recently been King's Cup winners in 2020 that saw them qualify for this competition, and FA Cup winners in 2021. Bozarov went for goal himself, took a slight deflection. Said had his buddy right behind it. Comfortable save for the experienced goalkeeper. Yeah, Muharraq have made 5 appearances in the Asian Club Championship. That's now, of course, the AFC Champions League. They reached the qualifying round in the late 80s before 3 appearances in the group stage in the 1990s. Never managed to progress beyond the group stage in that competition. They were beaten finalists in this competition in 2006 when Al Faisley from Jordan consigned them to second spot. They did win the second leg in that one 4-2, but they were beaten 3-0 in the first leg. That looked like handball from Nurchayev, and the referee agrees. It's fair to say that he doesn't necessarily agree with that decision. But Nurchayev, 10 goals in the league this season, scored a hat-trick against Metalurg back in August. He's gone 3 games without a goal. Berdiev will be hoping for better from his side in the second half. Issa Sadoun Al-Hamdani man who's been in charge since 2020, succeeded the Brazilian Lucas Paqueta. I've had quite a heavy turnover of managers since the turn of the 2000s. Al-Hamdani is the 18th manager since 2003. It must be a relief to the players as well to be able to hear this atmosphere. Of course, the early stages of the competition were played very much behind closed doors, but now with worldwide vaccination programmes ongoing, fans allowed back into stadiums around the world. There's another long-range shot which is plucked out of the air by Agashev. It's a great challenge. Mahmoud. Al-Houthi. Mahmoud. Moses Jonah. It's quick feet from the Nigerian, given away though to Nuruleyev. Possibly the key for FC Nasaf to get back into this one is to get their two wide midfielders, Bozorov and Nuruleyev, into the game a little bit more. Both are tricky, nippy characters. And if they can present chances to Norchayev, they've got a natural goal scorer in the 19-year-old up front. He was kept fairly quiet in that first half, the top goal scorer in the competition. Hasn't really been troubled so far, the Muharraq goalkeeper Syed Jafar. So one of the ever-presents in the Muharraq side. Three clean sheets for him in the competition so far this season. There's Abdurakhimov. Bozorov. It's a foul by Bozorov, who just dangled out a leg. He's in his fourth season at Nasaf. 69 league appearances. That was the foul on Al-Banna that's given the free kick away. Just clipped the ankles of Mohamed Al-Banna as he was trying to get away from his man. I'm sure this will get a little frustrating for Nasaf if they can't get themselves back into the game as the competition wears on, or as the match wears on, should I say. Just 12 wins in their 23 league games this season in the Uzbekistan Superliga. They're a long way behind the leaders, Paktakor, who have an unassailable lead at the top of the Uzbekistan table. They've been pretty dominant this season. Paktakor, a side that have been synonymous with appearances in the AFC Champions League over the years. There's Muradov. That's a poor ball given away. They'll just get away with that, though. It's won back by Saitov. It's Moses Jonah. Abdurakhimov. Plenty of blue shirts forward here for FC Nasaf as they look to get themselves back into the game. Stanijevic. Well defended again by Walid, who's stuck in a leg. Walid and Amine have been excellent so far. Long way to go for them to defend this lead, though. Stanijevic. Nuruleyev. Overlap from Saitov, just taking the defender with him, took a deflection off the bar, and the follow-up save by the goalkeeper. Abdurakhimov with the follow-up shot. He was pushed away, I think, by Syed, but somehow the ball has stayed out, and the pressure's still on here for FC Nasaf. Shot deflected onto the crossbar initially from Stanijevic. Now Saitov. Just for a second, the noise levels drop among the Muharraq supporters. Good ball down the line, nicely done. Al-Banna missed the chance of the challenge. It's headed away by Al-Houthi. Still the pressure on here, and eventually the shot goes wide. Well, the best chance we've seen from Nasaf, probably in the game so far, not just in the second half. That was the initial shot from Nuruleyev. Just took a slight deflection onto the bar, and the follow-up shot was blocked as well. Through the goalkeeper's fingers, I think. Just managed to recover Syed with a follow-up. Abdurakhimov it was with that second effort. Well, I'm sure they'll draw a little bit of positive thoughts from that, FC Nasaf. Only 2 shots on target in the game so far. So they desperately need to try and put Sayed's goal under some pressure. It was Al-Houthi. Now Mahmoud. Flavio just slipped slightly and just caught sight of. Free kick to FC Nasaf. Could still finish in second place in the league, Nasaf. They are currently 3 points behind Sogdiana, who are in second place at the moment. So Paktikora are well clear. Only the leaders in Bujonkor have scored more goals than FC Nasaf this season in the Uzbekistan League. No wins in the league so far from Muharraq, early stages of the Bahrain League. Have got 2 games in hand on some of the teams above them due to their participation in the AFC Cup. Have won their last 2 in a row coming into this, though, in the Federation Cup and the AFC Cup against Kuwait. That's another good-looking ball in. Good defending by Amine. Didn't panic under pressure and finds Sanad. It was a good ball as well out of defence. Al-Maloud. So nobody's created more chances than Al-Maloud this season. He might fancy going on his own here. Flavio just helps it onto Mahmoud, who went for the curler again, but straight at the goalkeeper. Well, it's opening up now as a game. As you would expect, you know that Nasaf have got to come out and attack in the second half. Approaching the hour mark here in Bahrain. Muharraq holding on to that lead given to them in the 3rd minute by Mahmoud Al-Mahdi's excellent finish over Agashev. Saitov. Abdurakhimov. There's Mozgovoy. Bozarov just inside him. Defending again, Al-Banna. They're just trying to get the crowd making some noise again. The pressure that Nasaf are enjoying at the moment has just quietened the Bahrainis down a touch, but they're getting back into good voice now once again. Abdurakhimov. His Saitov. Just wide. Well, he just opened up in front of him then. And Dilshad Saitev was able to get a sighted goal. He was a long way out. He'd have had to do well to beat Sayed from there, but he was at full stretch, the goalkeeper, and it just went wide of the post. Whole goal to aim at, really, for Saitov. The defenders just all got dragged and caught ball watching for a moment. Just pulled his shot across goal. Dilshad Saitov doesn't score too many goals. Only 6 in 78 league appearances for Saitov. Hasn't scored in this competition this season. Ishmuradov. Stanijevic. Just wonder how long it'll be before either coach thinks about making changes. 5 substitutes still allowed, of course, in the competition. Mozgovoy. Bozarov finding a red wall in front of him. Stanijevic. Nurulev. There's a little nudge in the back of Mozgovoy, but Nasrulev rather. No foul though. And another FC Nasaf move comes to nothing. Good well getting forward there, Nasrulev. Just a little bit too much on the cross from Nurulev. Stanijevic. And Nasaf dominating possession at the start of the second half. Negashev has been a virtual spectator in the FC Nasaf goal since changing ends at half-time. Nuruliev. Bozarov. Here he goes again, Bozarov weaving his way through. Another deflected shot goes behind for a corner. Well, they're struggling to cope with him when he's got the ball at the moment. Oybek Bozarov. Great movement, a slightly lucky deflection there as it came off the backside of Albana. Great footwork, twisting and turning, and eventually the ball blocked away by Amine. Third corner for FC Nasaf. Away by Al-Rabde. Saitov wanted the ball played in front of him rather than in behind him. Well, they'll be watching the clock ticking down. They'll see that we're coming up to 64 minutes played, approaching, well, not too far off the midway point of this second half. Rizikul Berdiev just wants that little bit of quality from his team in the final third. It's just lacking for them at the moment. Stanijevic plays it forward. Good defending again, coming across with Sanad. Both teams made just one change to their starting lineup from their final or zonal final matches. Sanad was the only change coming in for Muharraq. Well, Saitov has just lost that slightly to Mahmoud. Moses. Looking for Flavio, headed away by Neshmuradov. Nazruliev. There's a little slip there from Norchayev as he tried to slip that one on for Bozarov down that far side. So they've had 62, just over 62% of the ball so far in the 65.5 minutes that we've played FC Nasaf. It's one of those slight anomalies, though, of course. If you are trailing and you haven't done much with the position, then with the possession, rather, it doesn't really mean too much. Once again, the ball cleared away from the danger area. Bozarov claiming he was just being held back by Albana as the two have a little bit of a coming together, and there's players getting involved here that don't really need to get involved because the referee was onto the situation. Sanad didn't really need to come flying in there because it was just between the two players who've had a good battle already tonight, Bozarov and Albana. Neither side will want to see any unnecessary red cards. It was a little tussle, it was nothing more than that. The referee, as I say, was right on top of it, but for some reason Sanad decided to come in and make his presence felt. It's naughty from Albana. I mean, you can't do that. You have to be so careful these days. I think the referee has taken the sensible option. Could have booked both, but he's opted to book neither. So just the one yellow card in the game so far. That was for Galyubayev in the first half. It is a final. You would expect tensions to be running a little bit high. You would expect a little frustration around on the side of Nasaf. You would expect a few nerves around as the game wears on for Muharraq. Nasaf continue their quest to try and get themselves an equaliser. Bozorov, Stanijevic. An overlap from Saitov, who just had to hold his run slightly. Picked out in the end by Stanijevic. And these are the players that Nasaf need to step up for them at the moment. Bozorov's had a good night so far, just probably lacking that final quality or a bit of quality on the final ball from Bozorov. Approach play has been brilliant. If there's one slight criticism, perhaps you could feel that he maybe has one extra touch when he doesn't really need to. You've got Norchayev in the centre. That's the play that you should be looking for. The man who's a proven goal scorer already at just 19 years of age, but they haven't managed to pick him out any dangerous positions so far. Away by Al Rabday. Good ball down the line. Nasrulliyev getting in behind once again, and it's brilliant defending once more from Amin Bernardi. Well, the two central defenders, as we said, have been excellent. That was aimed in towards Norchayev. You could see Nasrulliyev just glancing up to see where the striker was. Stanijevic with the corner. Good pace on it, headed away again. It's Amine once more, and on by Moses. Now the red shirts will stream out, looking to try and catch Nasaf on the break. Bozorov is the man getting back to the ball first, probably the quickest man in the Nasaf side. Away by Walid, but straight out of play. Almost threaded through for Norchayev. It's all about margins at times, football. So close to being the perfect ball into the path of Norchayev, but just cut out by the defenders. Here's Nuralev. Given away. Al-Houthi showed far too much of it to him. Nuralev halted by a referee's whistle. Comes a change for Muharraq. It's for St. Jamil. Or Sankouz, as he's got on the back of his shirt that comes off, and it's Al-Houthi that's going off. So Sankouz is the man coming off. Salad, in fact, coming off. So the man who came into the starting lineup is being replaced. Sankouz, the man that comes on. Good performance from Sanad. Did a job that he was brought in to do. Muharraq looking to try and mount their first real attack of this second half. We haven't seen too much of them in an attacking source. They haven't really sat back and just defended the lead. It's just that Nasaf came out with a little bit more purpose in the second half and just kept the leaders just pegged back into their own half at the start of the second half. But as the game gets more open with Nasaf pressing forward, Muharraq will look to take advantage of any gaps that open up for them. Back by Al-Houthi. On by Al-Maloud. Good ball over the top. This is Mahmoud again, scorer of the first goal. Blocked this time by Saitov. Moses. Al-Rabday. Al-Banna. Flick header from Flavio, good save. But Yergashev didn't catch it cleanly, no one following up though. Great ball in, bit of quality on the cross, and Flavio rising high is the Brazilian. Seventh attempt on goal for Muharraq. Nasaf are going to make their first change in a moment. This is Stanijevic on the ball. No foul. Kaldarovic is the man that's coming on, the man from Serbia. He'll come on to join his fellow Serbian Stanijevic. It's Nurelev that's gone off. So Kaldarovic comes on for a 4th appearance in the competition this season. Player that's been much troubled. That's a great ball in behind. It's a real chance for Muharraq! And they've scored the second goal, and no one picked up the substitute, Sankuz, who only came on a few moments ago. And is that the goal that clinches the AFC Cup for the side from Bahrain? Well, the Nasaf side just stopped. They seem almost distracted. I'm sure VAR will just double-check that Sankuz wasn't in an offside position when that ball was played across. But having scored at the start of the first half, it's taken them a long time to find that second goal. But a masterstroke in terms of the substitution by Issa Sadoun Al-Hamdani. And Muharraq Club go into a 2-0 lead. Or do they? It may well have been played onside by Nazrullayev. It's a great finish. Took nothing away from him. Agashev was never saving that from Sankuz. I think a yellow card will probably come his way as well. The referee is in contact with VAR. When he holds his hand to his ear, that means that the VAR referees are talking. Confirmation of the yellow card for Sankuz for removing his shirt. And the goal stands, having checked the VAR, so he did time his run perfectly. And now we'll see what Nasaf are made of. 6 wins out of 6 coming into the final. They've got 15 minutes to get 2 goals at least that would take us into extra time. Noise levels have raised by several decibels since that second goal here in the stadium. Stanijevic spins away from his man in midfield. These players just need to step up now, Nasaf, if they're to salvage something from this AFC Cup final. 10 years ago since they won the trophy. Just see the goalkeeper there, Sayed Jafar, telling his side to think about it, focus, concentrate on the job in hand. It's very much a sea of red and white here. Al-Houthi back to his goalkeeper. It's an awkward one. Cut out by Stanijevic. There's Kaldarovic. It's a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. And yellow card. Given to Walid for the challenge. Kaldarovic, man who came on just a moment or so ago, well, he just dived in, both feet were off the ground. He made contact with the ball, which is what Walid was saying, but he wasn't really in control when he made the challenge, hence the referee producing the yellow card, giving the free kick. What a response this would be if Nasaf could get themselves back into the game almost immediately after conceding that second goal. Stanijevic over the ball. The referee just pulling that 4-man wall back a little bit further. It wasn't quite where it was supposed to be. The white foam has disappeared pretty quickly. What a moment this could be for Marko Stanijevic. 6 goals in the league this season, 1 goal in the AFC Cup. And another goal now would get his side back into the match, with the clock ticking away from them. Here comes Stanijevic, up and over, and just wide. They're claiming a corner. Was it saved by Syed, or did he pull his hands out of the way? And he's holding his arms out wide, Syed, saying he didn't touch it. We might see from this angle. No, he was a mile away from it. I think that's more in hope than anything else from Stanijevic. They all race towards the corner. Nasaf, but it will be a goal kick. Made another change here. Nasaf as well. It's Shomalik Komalov that's come on. That's Mozgovoy. That's made way for Komalov. Here comes Nasaf. Abdul Rakimov trying to slide that one forward. Nazrullayev away again by Amine, who's headed away virtually everything that's been played in the air into the penalty area. Stanijevic again, still unable to find a way through. Good play, Bozarov, still causing problems, can't find the killer pass on the end of it though. Bozarov down injured at the moment. Flavio still full of running at the other end. The goalkeeper's come a long way out! And surely that will wrap it up now. Flavio Carocha from Brazil gets his second goal of this AFC Cup campaign. And 2 goals in the second half have put Muharraq very much in charge. They lead now by 3 goals to 0. And a second AFC Cup is just 10 minutes from their grasp. The Nasaf defence was sprung once again. It was Bozarov that was down. They were effectively down to 10, but the breakout was so quick from Muharraq. Goalkeeper came racing off his line. Perfectly timed run in between the 2 defenders, and the angle was tight, but that didn't bother Flavio, who just lifted it over Ergashev. And Muharraq into a 3-goal lead now. Mahmoud Al-Mahdi, Sanku's the substitutes, and now Flavio. Surely there's no way back for FC Nasaf. Well, don't forget, not only does a win in this final get you the silverware, it also gets you a place in the playoffs for the AFC Champions League group stages next season. We're certainly through to the preliminary rounds. As it stands at the moment, Muharraq haven't qualified for the AFC Cup last season. It's Al Rifa and East Rifa that have qualified with the League and Cup places from Bahrain, so this could have far-reaching effects for them going in towards next season. They've got a corner here now, Nasaf, who were bidding to become the first side to win this competition by winning every game. 6 wins out of 6 coming into the final, but they're being caught on the back foot at the moment. Mahmoud. Sanku's up with him. Bahrain, or Muharraq rather, from Bahrain, looking to keep alive the Western area's dominance in this competition. Abdul Rahman is the latest substitute for Muharraq. Buliev just trying to hurry up the man leaving the field. Well, they're almost there, and they know they're almost there. Gaybullayev. Lofted over the top again to Norchayev, who's not had too much service tonight, the top scorer. Komalov. Still going Komalov. Good challenge by Al Houthi. There's Saitov. Came off Moses. Hammered away by Al-Rabday. Nodded back to Agashev by Gaybullayev. Nasaf trying to get themselves moving forward, but just that body language at the moment. One or two heads dropped when that third goal went in. At 2-0, you feel you've still got a chance. They had that free kick, of course, which Stanijevic fired just wide. And then if they could get a goal back, there's some hope. But at 3-0, with the clock ticking away, we've got just over 6 minutes to go. About to make another change, this one. Nasaf Nazulayev is going to come on. It's Bozarov continuing to work hard for his team. Well, the last winners, of course, Al Ahed, who beat April 25 Sports Club from DPR Korea in the 29 final. Muharraq saw off Al Ahed's challenge earlier on in the competition. And the Bahrainis are soon to be celebrating a second AFC Cup victory, having lifted the title in 2008. It's a triple change here. Zulayev, Davronov and Mananov are all coming on. Gaybullayev is one of those players that's made way. Davronov will make his way over to the far side. Just a bit of game time for the substitutes.
Player number 5, replaced by player number 2, Davronov Ali, and player number 10, Abdulrahimov Mahmoud, replaced by player number 7, Murai Tony Orjan, and
so confirmation, Norchayev, Gaybullayev and Abdulrakimov, the players to go off. And Nazulayev, Mananov and Davronov are the players that have come on for FC Nasaf. Disappointing. Came here so full of hope, so full of expectation, having had such a wonderful AFC Cup campaign this season. They've just come up short in the one that mattered, the final. Just 38% possession for Muharraq during the course of the match. But they've been clinical in front of goal. They sprang the defence twice in the second half. Here's Bozarov looking for a consolation now. Good defending again from Walid. Almost found their way through. Nazrulayev, Bozarov. Again, comes to nothing. Changes coming up. It's Moses Jonah. It's coming off to replace by Al Haiki. And Al Safi is coming on for Mahmoud. I'll have the honour of being on the pitch when the full-time whistle goes very soon. Fourth official being kept busy at the moment.
Substitution for Muharraq. Player number 55,
Abdullah Al-Haiki has come on as a substitute in all 6 games now. He's only played a total of 66 minutes, but he's managed to get some game time in all the matches, albeit right at the end. Sliced away by Davronov. Syed, who's kept clean sheets in the last 2 matches, on the verge of a 3rd successive one, which is going to help his side to the title. Rabday's header. Al-Houthi. Just in behind Komalov. Cut out again by Walid. Really has had a good game along with Amine at the back. Well, it's been a very professional performance by Muharraq. We won't really single out any individuals. Just happy to play out time now. We're approaching stoppage time at the end of the 90 minutes. 3 minutes to be added by the Korean officials. Bozorov. Is there a consolation in this for Nasaf? Overlap from Nazrullayev. Syed's there again, dominant with a punch away before Kaldarovic could get there. Muharraq on the break once again, another raking angle ball, which is just headed away this time by Eshmuradov. It's aimed in towards Flavio once again. Saitov. Nazrullayev. Away by Walid. I'm sure Muharraq will be looking at this and hoping they can take this into the league form now. Their next game is on the 21st of November against Al Najma. Still looking for their first win in the league this season. 3 games, a draw and 2 defeats. But they're going into the next game as AFC Cup winners, which has a nice ring to it for Issa Sadoun Al-Hamdani's side. Norchaev has had a frustrating night. He will win the Golden Boot for the top scorer in the competition. 7 goals in 7 appearances, but he's drawn a blank tonight when he needed goals most. Syed won't be too far away from winning the Golden Glove, you wouldn't have thought. The Fair Play Award and the MVP award as well to be announced at the conclusion of the match. Borisov. Nazrullayev. Stanijevic. Trying to slip that one into the gap for Nazrullayev, but well cut out and defended well, as they have done all night here. Muharraq been very competent at their work. Flavio. Safi just rolls out of play for a throw-in to Nasaf over on that far side. Well, the substitutes and the replacements and the players that have come off are celebrating already. Final whistle imminent here. And there is that final whistle. Muharraq club from Bahrain are the AFC Cup winners 2021, winning for a second time. And in front of their home supporters, you couldn't have asked for better. They took that early lead, which really helped set the tone and settle them down. It was Mahmoud Al Mahdi that scored the opening goal after 3 minutes. They scored twice in the second half with Nasaf pressing forward, looking for an equalising goal. Sanku's the substitute just a few minutes after coming on. And then Flavio, the Brazilian, who worked hard all night, getting the second. Stanijevic had a free kick at 2-0, which whistled just wide. He could have put a different complexion on things, but luck was very much on the side of Issa Sadoun Al Hamdani's side. And they kept a third consecutive clean sheet. The experienced goalkeeper Sayed Jafar and the defenders in front of him, Al-Banna, Amine, Walid and Al-Houthi, stood firm and denied the competition's top scorer, Norchayev, any chance of getting a goal back into the match. And those supporters who were here long before kick-off, some 3 hours, some of them before kick-off, in preparation for the final, have been richly rewarded by seeing their side crowned the AFC Cup winners 2021. No competition last year, of course. So nice to be back in front of supporters. And the full-time score in the AFC Cup final, ahead of the presentation, it's finished Muharraq Club from Bahrain 3, FC Nasaf from Uzbekistan 0. Muharraq will rightly enjoy these celebrations. It's been a long campaign. April when they started their AFC Cup campaign. Flavio there helped himself to that third goal. And they will get their hands on the trophy in just a few moments' time. Well, it's been a wonderful atmosphere all night created by these home supporters. Everybody's so pleased, of course, that we finally do have spectators back in the stadiums, and they've certainly made their presence felt tonight here in Manama.
محمد ألف مبروك الفوز. محرق بطل بكل جدارة واستحقاق.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. في البداية أقول الحمد لله والشكر، هاي توفيق من الله سبحانه وتعالى ان احنا قدرنا نتوفق في هاي المباراة. بنفس الوقت أحب أشكر الجمهور، أشكر اللاعبين، أشكر كل من ساهم، يعني وقفة الجمهور كانت جدا لها دور كبير بالنسبه لنا، وعندنا رجال في الملعب ما قصروا وادوا مباراه كبيره الحمد لله.
حضور الجماهير اليوم شنو مثل لكم؟ حضور الجماهير شنو مثل لكم؟
مثل ما قلت لك يعني الجمهور مثل لنا شيء كبير بالنسبه لنا، دفعه جدا كبيره، واشكرهم من كل قلبي يعني على هذا، ويستاهلون ان احنا ما خيبناهم في المباراه اليوم.
الف مبروك.
الله يبارك فيك.
Today's game is not the easy game.
Ataka qilib, hujum qilib, raqibimiz kontra-atakalardan foydalanib urib ketdi-da golni. O'zimiz yaxshi kontrol qildik, lekin vaziyatdan ura olmadik. Komandasini tabriklayman-da ularniki.
لا تعالوا وياي، تعالوا ويا ظاهرة، شباب.
So we're not too far away from the presentations here in Bahrain. These celebrations will go on long into the night, you can be sure. Not a single person has left the stadium. Certainly those in red, they've been here a long time. So some of these supporters have been in the stadium for about 5.5 hours now, but they've been richly rewarded for their loyalty and their dedication to their team, as Muharraq won that comfortable final in the end against FC Nasaf by 3-0. Good to see the youngsters enjoying themselves as well. Who knows, maybe a Muharraq star of the future there, cheering on his team. As you can see, the stage is very nearly set here for the presentations. The Nasaf players, this is the worst part of a final. The runners-up, they just want to get back to the dressing room and head on the bus and get back to their hotel, but of course they have to wait to play their part in the presentations and get a runners-up medal. The B in the Muharraq club just being finalised on the trophy. Flavio there, very animated, the man who scored that third goal for Muharraq.
And the players of the AFC Cup 2021.
Well, he'll be a happy man. The man who brought the trophy out at the start of proceedings tonight, the former club legend, Ibrahim Issa. It won't be him lifting the trophy, but he'll feel like he's a part of this victory. A man such a legend at Muharraq. And you can see what his presence here means to the supporters as he places the trophy on the podium. The mask he's hiding, a smile as wide as anything, I'm sure. Still the protocols in place, though, which is why we've been able to have such a successful AFC Cup competition this year. Just after 10 p.m. in the evening local time here in Bahrain. Still very hot and humid here as well.
As an appreciation to the match officials of the final, please welcome on stage the referee of the final match.
So the referees honoured. Good performance by our Korean officials. Ko Hyung Jin, who was our match referee, his two assistants Yoon Jo Yol and Park Sang-jin. Kept the game flowing very well. We only had a couple of very minor VAR checks. Kim Dae-yong was the fourth official. And of course we had our VAR officials as well that didn't have to do too much tonight, but still part of the big refereeing team as it is these days. 7 of them now making up the refereeing team. 8 on this occasion. Almost got a starting 11 themselves, the match officials. Good performance by them.
Please welcome Mr. Abdelkhaliq Mas'oud, AFC Executive Committee member.
So on to the awards.
This year's winner
This is the Fair Play Award.
is FC Nasaf.
Well, a small consolation for FC Nasaf, who win the Fair Play Award. It'll be collected by their captain Umar Eshmuradov.
Throughout the tournament in the virtue of fair play.
Just the 1 yellow card for Nasaf tonight. They'd much rather have been lifting the trophy, of course, but
AFC Cup 2021 Top Goal Scorer Award.
so top goal scorer is also going to be FC Nasaf as well.
President of the Bahrain Football
It's going to be the 19-year-old Hussein Norchayev with 7 goals to his name in 7 games across the campaign this season, who will take the top scorer award.
The AFC Cup 2021 Top Goal Scorer Award goes to Norchayev Hussein from FC Nasaf, who scored a
Didn't have too many chances tonight to get his side back on the score sheet, having fallen behind early on, of course, but well, he is a wonderful talent, Norchayev, just 19 years of age, 10 goals in 22 appearances in the league this season. Scored in Uzbekistan's 5-1 win over Malaysia last month.
AFC Cup 2021 Most Valuable Player Award will be presented by the AFC President His Excellency Sheikh Salman bin Ibrahim Al Khalifa.
So next up, it's the MVP, the most valuable player. And it goes to a man on the winning side tonight who created more chances than any other player in the tournament. It is Muharraq's number 10, Abdul Wahab Al Maloud. He's had an excellent season. Played in all 6 games. Only completed 4 of them, Al Maloud, but certainly played his part in their successes this season. Another trophy to add to his collection. Now it will be our runners-up coming forward to get their medals just ahead of the winners.
Please welcome to the stage the runners-up of the AFC Cup 2021.
So they'd won 6 games in a row coming into the final. They couldn't get over the line to make it a 7th, led up by their captain, Neshmuradov. The players will take their own medals, of course, these days, still part of the COVID protocols. Just Komalov, who came on as a substitute there. Zalayev, who came on, number 7. It's been a long campaign for these players. They're leaving with a runners-up medal, still something to be proud of. Saitov just going through as well. Lugashev, who was given no chance with either of the 3 goals, really. The first one from Mahmoud that looped over his head, and Sancuz and Flavio with one-on-ones that saw off the goalkeeper to take them into a 3-0 lead. The coaching staff will get their rewards as well. Rizikul Berdiev will try and motivate his side to get going again. They could finish 2nd in the Uzbekistan League. They've got 4 games to go. They're currently in 4th place. They can't catch the leaders, Paktakor, but the aim now is to finish that league as high as possible and try and get themselves into a European spot, or an Asian spot rather, for next season. So here come our winners, Muharraq Club. It's the substitute goalkeeper, Ashraf. Had 2 goalkeepers on the bench tonight, Ashraf and Omar Salam. Players will make their way to the podium to await the captain, the experienced goalkeeper Sayed Jafar, who will be the last man to join them to receive the trophy. It's been a long time coming. 2008 winners after that crushing aggregate win over Safa Beirut for the Lebanon in the final 13 years ago. 13 lucky for Muharraq Club this year. Those medals will take pride of place. And like their opponents tonight, really, they're looking to try and use this as a springboard now for their league season, which is in its early stages. They're looking for their first win. Issa Sadoun Al Hamdani and his coaching staff have done a wonderful job throughout this tournament. They lost just the 1 game in the group stage against Markaz Balata from Palestine. Wins all the way, 3 clean sheets in those 4 wins. The only time they conceded a goal was against Al Ansar from Lebanon in the group stage, but 3 clean sheets plus tonight's against Nasaf in the final. 3 in a row for the man wearing number 21 there, the captain Sayed, who will get the trophy in just a moment. It's a moment that some of the supporters in the crowd were probably too young to remember the last time Muharraq Club won this trophy. and they stand a chance now. They go into the playoffs for the AFC Champions League next season. Who knows, maybe they could play in Asia's top football competition next year. Here comes the trophy. It could be presented to Saeed Jafar. So this is the moment they want. They want to see that trophy held aloft. And there we go. Muharraq Club are the AFC Cup winners 2021. Congratulations to them. Commiserations to FC Nasaf, who made it an entertaining final. But once they went 2 and then 3-0 down, there really was only one destination for that trophy. And that was Bahrain, where the final was played. They will celebrate. There'll be laps of honour. Nobody's left this stadium just yet. They want to see that trophy close up. Muharraq Club are the AFC Cup winners for 2021. Well, hope you've enjoyed our coverage of the AFC Cup final. We've got one more big game to come on the domestic scene this year. That's the AFC Champions League final between Al Hilal and Pohang Steelers on the 23rd of November from Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. Hopefully you can join us for that. But we'll leave you with these scenes of celebration for Muharraq Club from us all here in Bahrain. Till the next time, it's bye for now.
And have a safe journey back home. Thank you.
Yeah.